media, all these smartphones are all contributing things to big data. Quick question. How many of you in this room know people that you think might be addicted to their mobile phone? Do you have a friend? Not us, a friend. Has anyone in here ever forgotten their phone at home before? How do you feel? Terrible, off. Somebody said naked. There are tons of social networks. What you're seeing before you right now is a buffet. Do any of you ever go to a buffet and eat everything you see at the buffet? Somebody said, yes, that's me. For everybody else, I want you to treat this like a buffet. You want to hear my theory about Twitter? People are confused about Twitter because they're following other confused people. But how many of you in here use YouTube for how-to videos? Anybody? If your best friend is going into labor in the back of your car, you can pull over the car. Notice I did say pull over first. Go onto your phone on YouTube, and there is a British guy that will tell you how to get that baby out, right? No matter what it is you want to learn how to do, there's a British guy that will tell you how to do it. How many of you in here have noticed that mobile phones, social media, and apps have shifted the way that we communicate with each other? Who's noticed this shift? A major shift, right? What's important for us to understand is that our clients are the exact same way. They are just as attached to this technology. And so through social media and certain apps, it's giving us access to people that we did not have 10 years ago. What this means is when we're looking at social media, you are building relationships. The rules of engagement online are exactly the same as in person. The rules of engagement online are exactly the same as in person. And so all of you in here are relationship experts. This is what you do. It's not just about asset management. You are good with people. That's part of what you do. And so understand that to be successful on social media, all it is applying the rules you already know in the real world online. How do you manage these relationships in ways where you're still touching people? Think about that wealth manager I told you about. She stayed in contact with me. We saw each other at events from time to time, but one of the things that endeared me to her was the information she was posting in between these meetings that made her a constant in my life, whether she knew it or not, so that when I needed her services, she was the first person I thought of. Your most important asset is your network, because this is where you can tap into people that can help you with the things you cannot do. And so leverage your network, because the people that you know, it's not about even who you know, it's about who knows you. And so social media allows you to tap into your network in ways that people before you could not. And so the way that you communicate within different cultures shifts. Even if it's the same message, the way that you communicate with people across different cultures, you have to adapt it based on their culture. Well, each social network has a culture. News breaks first on Twitter. The culture of Twitter, it's all about real-time information and adding value. If you want to know a practical way to use Twitter, look at all the news networks, all the industry magazines that you read. Follow those on Twitter. You can actually get one stream of all your news in one place. Imagine you're in Oklahoma and there's a tornado coming down, because you have to admit that's what happens with y'all a lot, right? So there's a tornado coming. I guarantee you, as that tornado's coming, there's someone who's running away from the tornado that as they're running, somehow they still find time. But my point is this, news breaks first there. You have access to more technology than any generation before you. You can actually, if you see a need in another country, you can actually go on social media, contact someone on the ground, and do something about that problem in very short order. You have power. All this technology makes us more efficient, effective, and connected, but it does not replace face-to-face communication. It does not replace phone calls. It does not replace handwritten notes. If any of you in here master handwritten notes, I am telling you, it'll make a huge difference in your career.